Good morning everybody, welcome to another Drift Diaries episode. This morning we are in world famous Project Drift. We've got Mr. Loz, very famous car transporter.
Morning viewers.
His Instagram is down here. We've got Andy, where's Andy gone? You alright bro?
Yeah,
what are we doing today, man? It's quite an exciting day.
So
yeah, today we are off to see John at MJK Blasting. He's been an absolute legend. Unfortunately, we got let down last week with sand blasting, so we had to find someone really quickly to get the job done. And John at MJK was an absolute legend, took us on board, and within 3 days got the car done. As you can see now in the unit, we have a nice big space to put the car back in. Andy, me and Loz are going to go down to, where is he? Charwood. With Charwood, which is near sort of Gatwick area, sort of down south. We're going to go and see John, check out his operation, pick up this shell. Hopefully there's some metal left on it. Fingers crossed. And then yeah, we're going to bring the car back. We're also going to do a Q&A in the car, questions and answers. I put a post up on Patreon about a week ago, got a load of the patrons to ask us a load of questions, so we're going to go through a few of those today. Once we've got the shell, we're going to bring it back to the unit, get it on the ramp, and then we're going to start going through all the GK Tech stuff. It's a beautiful sunny morning, so yeah, we're going to crack on, jump in the truck and go and get the shell. Peace. Nice bag, Loz.
it's Monky, your trailer's ready.
Thank you, Squire. Right, we are good to go. I might just go on here.
Yeah? It's the best place for you. Strap you down.
Yeah. Ratchet strap me. Yeah. Right, let's jump in.
Not yet.
No?
No.
What the?
Loz is just like preparing.
We need to make some space for us, man. Loz is a working man, so he has a working cabin.
I live in here.
Oh, yeah. Your truck's nice. Your seats look a lot more comfortable than my Citroen ones.
Well, this is...
Isn't Iveco?
It is like, I don't know, 10 years younger.
What litre is this?
3 litre.
3 litre? Mine's only a 2.7?
2.8.
2.8, yeah. We're gonna crack on. It's about, how far is it, Lozzie? About
please hold.
30 minutes?
Yeah,
30 minutes, cool. So yeah, Charwood's down right near Gatwick Airport, so it's a nice country route, so we can enjoy the beautiful English countryside. Andy's having a look at the questions.
Freeze up proverbials.
Yeah, it's meant to be pretty cold down there, isn't it? Although it's very cold up here.
That one, these presenters
Pull my
are
finger.
such divas, aren't they?
Yeah, man, Jesus.
You boy, take off my jacket.
I am not a diva. God, it's warm in here. I haven't been in a truck with working heaters for such a long time. Joseph! We've got good man, Mr. Loz, driving the truck. We've got good man, Andy, reading the questions. And we've got some dickhead in the middle who's going to attempt to answer them.
Standard.
Right, far away.
Brian Campbell asks, when can we expect to see you back in Driftland?
I'm coming back in March, and we're testing the car, aren't we?
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, as long as the car's all done. I think end of March we're going to be doing a private track day at Driftland with a bunch of friends. So I think as long as all goes to plan, which hopefully it should.
Yeah, it should be good.
Yeah, we'll take the PS13 up for its sort of first test run at Driftland. So yeah, we'll see you up in Scotland soon.
Jason Smith asks, when are you going to start drifting again?
Well, we just did a drift at Pod on Wednesday. Sorry about the lights. Wasn't my fault. Don't kill me.
Lyndon Osgood asks, what's the best tank Volvo has ever made?
For me, it's got to be the 850 T5R, 100%. It harks back to the old British touring car days, which I thought was pretty sick, seeing the old estate cars going around and up against all the other cars. But yeah, for me, it's got to be the 850. That's my favourite Volvo ever made. And that 5-cylinder goodness, very nom-nom.
Almost at 1J.
Almost a 1J, yeah, minus 1 cylinder.
Jamie asks, Yo ML, I've got a question about your famous glasses. How many miles have they done? And when did you get them?
These ones aren't that old actually. These are about, when I get these, I got these about August last year because I ran over my previous set. I've been through about 6 sets of these. A lot of you guys want to know what my eyes look like. That's what my eyes look like.
Haggard.
I do have eyes. Oh, wait, they're not haggard, they're just tired. I'm a busy man.
Niall says, hey ML, are you ever going to sort the truck out?
Obviously not, because we're in fucking Loz's.
Yeah. Also, how long will you go through the season before you tap the arse off?
Well, you jinxed me there, Niall, because yeah, I've already taken the arse off the S14. Although it wasn't my fault, to be fair. A couple of guys, bloody Sean Sharif in his 700 horsepower S13, he couldn't take ML, was pushing him around with
the barrier hunter.
Yeah, barrier hunter Sean. He was getting pushed around with my 250 brake on 3 cylinders, and yeah, he went full wise fab on me, and yeah, we touched. And then another time, and E36 spun out, and I touched him as well. So yeah, the back end is already gone.
Racing car excuses.
Yeah, shut up, man. What was the other question? And the truck, yeah. So yeah, well, the truck is still I am lacking finances right now. So as I've said in every previous episode for the last week, if anyone's out there wants to fix it for free, not going to happen. Give us a shout.
Tom Kuza asks, Monkey Boy, in your very first video last year, you mentioned you were doing drifting in championships, but didn't do very well because you were crashing a lot. Couldn't find any of the videos on YouTube from that time. Are there any videos? Did you vlog at that time? And what was your car then? You mentioned it was sick. Cheers.
You know what the car was.
Yeah.
It's because Andy built it for me. I had a JZX90 Cresta. And yeah, I didn't do very well. I basically ran before I could walk. In all honesty, I did... How much drifting have I actually done? I've done 1 full year season last year, and before that I did 6 drift days.
Yeah.
The first 2 drift days were at Santa Pods. I then went to Teesside with Andy, and we went and did the British Drift Championship licence day. And it literally was on my 3rd ever go at drifting. Somehow I got it.
In the wet.
In the wet, with no sleep.
No.
We were literally fucked. So yeah, somehow I got my licence, and then my 4th ever drift, no, 4th day was like Linden Hill, I think it was a practice day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then my 5th drift day was British Drift Championship 2013 round 1, which was interesting.
Yeah.
I actually got the hard charger because I had a
flat pack.
I literally turned my Cresta into a compact. In one of the practices, it started raining. I thought I was like the rain master. I came flying down the track, completely misjudged it, did a massive wah-bang flick, and instead of going left round the corner, I went right, off the track, into the barrier, smashed the back of the car. Luckily the car was still drivable, and then I drove back on the track and did like a pretty sick lap, with half my car hanging off, and they awarded me the hard charger. Long story short, no, I didn't vlog it. I pretty much just sort of started drifting then, hadn't I? We didn't start the channel till about 2 or 3 years later. And then yeah, I did another drift day, my car blew up. I don't know, I spent too much money, had to go back into selling cars, and I stopped drifting. And then about 2.5 years later, I started drifting, which was the start of last year. So yeah, that's my story of drifting.
86 the Mad Hatter.
Yep.
Quite a cool name.
Yeah, cool name, cool name.
What was your first road car, and at what age were you?
My first road car ever was a Peugeot 106 Rally Mark 1. I had it for 2 weeks, and then I tried to do, it's a very famous road near where I used to live, and it's basically got these 180-degree hairpin turns, and I tried to do a sick handbrake turn around it, and to be fair, I got halfway around like a rally driver, and then the car gripped up and I went straight into a tree, and that was that. I was pretty stupid when I first passed my test. So yeah, if you're watching this and you are a new driver, be sensible. Cars are extremely dangerous, and yeah, when you're young you think you know it all and you really don't, and I've had to have about 40 crashes to sort of get my limits, which I still don't know. So yeah, if you're watching this, be safe.
John Doyle asks, are you ever going to come to Ireland for a drift event in the near future?
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. We'll try, definitely, as we said before, we'll try and come to IDC at some point, if they have me. Love you, David Egan. Pillabo Dwin, sorry for getting your name wrong, man, but we're trying our best.
The chaser you bought off Christy.
Christy Carpenter.
Did you get that as a 1.5J, or did you upgrade it yourself?
No, it came from. It actually came from Japan with the 2JZ already installed. So yeah, it was a 1.5JZ when I bought it.
Darren McPherson asks, will you ever think about having a meet-up?
Yeah, we'll probably do a little Monkey London car meet at some point this year. Like we said before, we haven't been to a huge amount of events because Andy and I have been sort of pissing around with the cars so much. But yeah, we'll definitely try and do a meet at some point. Drag him down.
Try to
do a dug-it.
Jesse asks, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Pro drifter, pro YouTube, or in jail with John?
Probably in John. No, I didn't mean that. Probably in jail, or I'll either be one of the world's best drifters, or I'll be in jail. One of the two.
And that brings the end of the Q&A to an end.
Yeah, so that is the end of the Q&A. Many thanks for all the patrons for asking all the questions. Don't forget, guys, if you want to ask us some questions or get on the Patreon, I think some of you have noticed how important Patreon really is to us. Without this crowdfunding, we really can't release these regular videos. So without the patrons, we wouldn't be doing this. We really have all the patrons to thank for. But yeah, if you guys have got any spare change and you want to get some sexy decals on your cars, check out patreon.com/ facebook.com/Monky London, and I hope to see you on there. Right, anyway, Loz and I and Andy are at the farm. Yeah. We are here to see John. I'm quite excited to see John. I've had a long conversation on the phone, but I haven't met him, but he sounds like a character.
Nice chap.
Yeah. But yeah, we're pretty stoked to see the car. Obviously, it was pretty scruffy when we sent it down to John. There was, well, it looked like a bit messy, didn't it?
Yeah, had a lot of paint on it.
Yeah. We are just cruising into MJK Blasting now. Here we are at MJK Blasting. So yeah, John's been an absolute star and sort of booked us in at really, really short notice. So yeah, if you're looking to get your car sandblasted, definitely give him a shout. Mr. John, little fist bump, Squire. Right, here we go. Exciting. Excited, man. Right, here we go. God, it definitely looks a bit cleaner than when it came in. That looks lovely, man. There's a lot less holes than I thought there would be.
Yeah, it's not too sad.
We were a little bit worried there might not be any sort of metal left. And it's nice now. Obviously, we've had all the cage recently fabricated and it's all been painted up now, so it looks a lot cleaner in here. He's done a really nice job. How long did this sort of take you, John, just to get to this stage?
2 solid days.
2 days of solid work.
Yeah.
You've been, and thanks so much for fitting this in, man. We really appreciate it. Like we said to you before, we were let down with sandblasting, and John literally came to our rescue. We put a post up on Facebook, and yeah, a lot of guys sort of highly recommended him. We gave him a shout, and here we are. So yeah, big up to MJK. The other little surprise we've got is John's got this super rare Rover SD1, which was actually an ex-British touring car. David Gray built it, and then it was had ties with Tom
Walkinshaw.
Tom Walkinshaw, mad man. Look at this. I mean, this is a real blast back to the past, isn't it? How long you had the car, John?
Bought it last summer.
Last summer, and it's pretty much space framed, isn't it? Jesus.
Yeah,
look at that.
There's not much of the actual original Rover left.
No.
Roof and sides and...
And you think you're going to be running V8 in this, aren't you?
350 Chevy.
350 Chevy, yeah. And it should be about, what, you're saying about 400, 450 brake?
450, yeah.
Fair play, man.
The last 10 years, it's just been bought and sold and robbed to bits.
Yeah, and it's sort of finally come to you, and now you're going to restore it and get it back to a former glory. And you were saying you're going to do a few track days in it as well, weren't you?
Yeah, this year, hopefully track days, and then next year go out.
Actually, start doing some racing. Yeah, good for you. Be really nice to sort of get this relic back up, because I think she deserves another go, doesn't she?
Yeah.
So yeah, John's just going to show us. This is pretty much like the lance you use to blast the sand out of it.
There's actually a video I'll give you. This is the blast nozzle here.
Yeah.
That little unit there, all the blaster braces in there. Shot down the pipe.
Right, and is that where you sort of fill it up from here?
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, John sort of fills it all up from here. It's obviously got a bit of a gauze on it just to sort of get any crap out of it, and then yeah, it shoots down here, out this pipe and out that nozzle there. Then onto the car, and then yeah, gets rid of all the shit. John's got a full suit he wears as well when he's doing the job, because it's obviously pretty hairy doing sandblasting, so you need to be pretty well protected. Right, here comes the old girl. Right, we are back in the unit. We are all good to go. Had a nice bit of lunch, nom nom. Mr. Andy is just going around all these seams with this wire wheel. Basically just getting it nice and clean, and then tomorrow morning Tim's going to be coming up and stitch welding it. We're just going to basically go through all the GK Tech stuff, as we mentioned earlier. We got Mr. Muz.
Yo.
This is the final piece to our puzzle.
Yeah, one of the final
pieces. Yeah, let's have a little look inside. So what's in here? Ooh. So these are our new front lower arms for the PS. They look really nice, man.
But yeah.
These are so basically a fully adjustable lower arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hidden in there somewhere. You don't need to have kink tension rods anymore. Yeah. You don't have the clearance issues.
If you look under here, we've got the front anti-roll bar for the PS. And then rather than running conventional sort of drop links, you've got these kind of sort of swing arms which attach them, which are pretty trick.
Yeah.
These are the front knuckles. Really nicely made, aren't they?
Yeah.
Rear knuckles, yeah, cool. You can see here we've actually got a dual caliper setup, so we can run twin calipers. So we've got one caliper on the rear brakes and one on the hand brakes. We've got super responsive hydro. These are the rear arms, rose joints, lovely. This is the heaviest box of all.
This has just got tons.
This has got loads of bits. Right, what bits we got? If you guys look here, we've got an uprated pivot for the RB25 box from GK Tech, and we've also got these uprated springs as well. The last time I saw springs like this was when they fell out of my GTR gearbox. Do you remember?
Yes.
Hydro lines?
Yep.
Obviously for the dual caliper setup.
Yep, that's correct.
Lovely. Nom nom. Here we've got the Woolwood master cylinder for the hydraulic handbrake setup, and it's got a like an internal reservoir essentially.
Yeah.
In the next box we've got the traction control arms.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the hydro bracket, so we'll basically weld that inside the car, then we can mount the hydro that and get a nice fixed position so I can pull it and it doesn't come off.
This is an aluminium hydro handle, guaranteed not to break in your hand.
Like.
Sean. Next one is...
It's never ending, man.
Yeah, these will be the rear toes.
Oh, they're a chunky bit of kit, look at that, man. This is one of the last pieces of the puzzle. These should be the track rods, hopefully.
Yeah.
They look like track rods, yeah, they are.
Nothing too exciting.
No.
Just a massive amount of adjustment.
Yeah. We've also got these reinforcement subframe plates.
They're just sort of CNC welding, sort of gusseted plates. Yeah. Sort of reinforce all the points of the subframe.
So yeah, that's pretty much all the GK Tech stuff we've got so far. I think we're still waiting for track rod ends and rear camber arms. Yeah. One of the other things that Andy and I are going to show you is, well, our sills on this PS are not in the best condition. If you look down here, sort of years of abuse and jacking and crashing, God knows what else has really sort of messed the sills up. Luckily for us, a very nice chap called Steve Richardson has provided us with a brand new set of sills, which we can see over here. If you want to get in contact with Steve and you want to get a new set of sills for your S-body, have a quick little look here. He's got an email address, contact number and address. So yeah, if you want to get some new sills for your bad boy, feel free to get in touch. If you mention Monky London, I'm sure he'll do you a little deal. Yeah, here are the new sills. So yeah, once you've got these in place, you'll see they're perfectly flush, and obviously they'll replace the dented and knackered sills underneath. So yeah, massive thanks to Steve for supplying these, because these are going to make a massive difference to the car. But yeah, anyway, we are good to go. I've got a couple of customers this afternoon, so hopefully I can sell a few cars. Andy's going to be cracking on with the PS, and then we've got Tim coming down tomorrow morning at 6 AM to crack on with the stitch welding. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Just a little progress update of what's going on with our King of Europe PS13 build. As you can see, she's looking pretty bare at the moment, but yeah, fingers crossed as a few months go by, we'll start sort of getting all the bits on her and getting her a bit more complete. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye from me, bye from Mr. Gandy. Love you lots. Peace.